Hey guys, I just got done with my second year of doing press at the Seattle International Film Festival. Now this won't be a whole in-depth review of these films, it's going to be literally 30 seconds or less because some of these films are actually heavily embargoed. I cannot talk about it until a certain point. So in the near future I will have full reviews for most of these films, and specifically the last one that I'm talking about, I will have a full review out shortly, and it's by far one of the best movies this year. So let's talk about some of the worst and most of the best films that I saw here at SIFF. Before I get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to follow me on the following social platforms, guys. Come on. I know TikTok's dying, but it's still here. Janet Planet. This is an A24 film, actually. There's 3 A24 movies on this list, and I love A24. They are so creative, and they go for full swings, and this one is just boring. The best way to describe this film for you is, you know when you go to your friend's house, maybe they get their phone out, or, old-fashioned, their camcorder out, and they show you old, home videos they made or their family made. This is that. It's just all the boring home videos. Next up is I Saw the TV Glow, a movie that talks about transition and how growing up and discovering yourself can be the most terrifying thing in the entire world. I actually did do a full review. If you want to go up ahead and click that, I get into a lot more detail about why this movie didn't work for me. The trouble of the film is that it gets lost in its own ideas, becomes a chore to get through some of the creative decisions that had me puzzled throughout. The director shows a lot of promise, and I actually look forward to more stories that they can come up with because they are insanely creative. This just didn't compel me though. In A Violent Nature, I will be having a full review out here shortly to describe why I think this is a very unique film, but it's also dreadfully boring at times. The movie does feature a lot of walking, but the destinations where the killer Johnny shows up are well worth the wait at times, because this whole movie is in the perspective of the killer, not the victims, the killer. And that is so fascinating to me. I can't deny though that the pacing is atrocious at times, especially when you see how many sequences we have to endure with Johnny and his walking. But there is one specific kill in this that is going down in the Hall of Fames, and that one scene is why I recommend this movie specifically to hardcore horror movie fans. Evil does not exist. This is such a hard film to describe because the first 30 minutes, you're going to be wondering, why did Joseph recommend this? It's because of the second and third act. Trust me, especially the ending. The first 30 minutes, you're just watching a guy do daily chores, his job. He's chopping wood, or he's putting water into a container, and those scenes last for minutes. I am not lying to you, but it's all worth it where you see the story go. And I don't want to get into too many details about the story, but it's simply about this community that is being affected by this company that's trying to put something in their community that's going to cost people their jobs, their livelihoods. That's all I'll say. But it is a beautiful, absolutely spectacular looking film. One of the most shockingly beautiful films I've seen all year. Number 1 still goes to Dune Part 2, but number 2 goes to this film in specific. It's something I won't forget for a long time, and I give this a strong recommendation for people that are willing to wait in patience. These last 3 I absolutely love, and I'm giving my full recommendation to watch this for anybody. Thelma. This movie is for all the seniors out there who just want to feel young again and kick some booty, where you basically have Thelma, who is tired of feeling useless, so she decides to go after the people that screwed her over. This movie isn't going to win any Oscars, but what I can say is that it's just a simple, fun film. Where the movie shines is the balance between comedy and the serious themes it's trying to convey to the audience, showing how being young or old, we are not that different from each other. It's full of action, it's full of comedy, it's full of some pretty emotional arcs too by the time you get to the ending, and I recommend Thelma. Bob Trevino likes it. This is one of the most special experiences in a movie theater that I've had in a while, full of comedy, emotional moments that will hit you in the stomach like never before, especially in the third act. Like, I might even cry right now talking about it because it is that good. Terrific performances from Barbie Ferreira and John Leguizamo. It's based on a true story about a people-pleasing young woman expectantly forms a close bond with a grieving childless man with the same name as her father on Facebook. This is just a beautiful film at the end of the day that'll lift your spirit while giving you ugly tears. The vulnerability felt throughout this film is so human, and the movie is hilarious with some of the best dad jokes I've heard. There is no distributor behind this film. Support this film and bring the hype because you will not be disappointed. It's a truly remarkable film and it deserves to be in theaters. Sing Sing. Divine G, imprisoned at Sing Sing for a crime he didn't commit, finds purpose by acting in a theater group alongside other incarcerated men in the story of resilience, humanity, and the transformative power of art. I actually had the privilege and honor to meeting some of the alumni of the RTA, Rehabilitation Through the Arts program, during SIFF, and just to meet them face to face and hear their stories, not just watch the movie, but to actually talk to them. It felt so real. It felt so genuine. They are so genuine. And the one thing that I can say about this film that is just a huge testament is that this movie is all about taking people that are in a dehumanizing environment, like prison, and humanizing them. Because these people are human. They have stories and they are beautiful. And this movie does such a phenomenal job of displaying all these men in such vulnerable positions and bringing light to an issue that needs to change within the system. It's one of the best movies of the year. I will be having a full review dropping here shortly. And if you want to watch an interview that I did with these amazing guys, I have a link right up above. Please support this film when it lands in August. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to be blessed.